Welcome to students. Hello everyone. Today we are going to see that the next point of the airport engineering topic, that is approach lighting. In last video lecture we have to already discuss about the introduction of airport lighting, and also we have to see the various elements of the airport lighting, and that the first three elements we have to already completed. In this lecture we have to see the remaining elements of the airport lighting. Okay, let's have start. The today's first point of the is the next element of the airport lighting is approach lighting. An approach lighting system, or ALS, is a lighting system installed on the approach and the of an airport runway. That is, a approach lighting we have to install, or we have to placing at the approach end of the airport runway. The consisting of a series of light bars, strobe lights, or combination of two then extends outward from the runway end. This approach lighting we have to placing at the series of the light bars or continuous light bars or strobe lights, or also we have to combination of the two lights have to extend outward from the or extend edge of the runway end. Here you see that this is a approach lighting system ALS. Either it is the continuous or a strobe lighting or alternate. Is the fix there is that we have to know the airport end runway end. Next, the visual glide slope indicators. The visual guide to pilot during the descent to maintain the stabilized approach. The visual glide slope indicator is very helpful to the pilot at the time of the stabilize the airport, or near we have to get the perfect location of the approach of the runway. Then this includes as the VASI or visual approach slope indicator. That this lights indicating aircraft is too high or too low on approach. Next, PAPI or precision approach path indicator. The visual glide slope indicators we have to include, or we have to placing either the VASI or PAPI. That is, VASI, it is nothing but the visual approach slope indicators, and PAPI, precision approach path indicator. These lights are indicating the aircraft to the high or low on the approach of the runway end. Next, the approach lighting system are designed specially to provide guidance for the aircraft approaching the vertical runway under night time or other low visibility conditions. This approach lighting we have to provide the, or it is the very helpful for the pilot, and also it is the guidance to the pilot at the for the aircraft approaching to the vertical runway under the night time and also the low visibility condition. While under night time condition, it may be possible to view approach lighting system from several miles away. Under other low visibility conditions such as fog, even the most intense ALS, that is the approach light system, is may only be visible from the little as 2,500 feet from the runway threshold. That is, the ALS system or the approach lighting system here to visible to pilot is the several miles away, but at the time of the low visibility, that is in the fog or at the winter time or winter season, there is a this ALS system is very helpful to the pilots guiding for the landing, as is visible to pilot the uh, from the distance of 2,500 feet from the runway threshold. The runway threshold, it is nothing but the runway end system or runway end. That is, this is the we have to see that this is the amber, the above glide path, on glide path, and below glide path. This is the red, green, and yellow. So pilot at the time of the landing of the pilot easily guideline to to visible to runway, and this is the helpful with the approach lighting system, and also visual approach slope indicator, that's the VSI. This is the amber. The next element of the airport lighting is the another important element, that is the apron and hangar lighting. These areas for the flood lit for the convenience in the servicing and loading. The flood lighting system constitutes a projector designed to be arranged to illuminate surface. Mounted such a way that they do not cause glare in the eyes of the pilots and passengers, also service personnel. This recommendation for the floodlight should be placed at a height of not less than 12 meters above the pavement. This type of the element, or this element of the airport lighting, these are the, and we have to flood light for the convenience for the servicing and loading of the aircraft, and this also constitutes the projector design for the arranging the illuminated surfaces. Then this is the recommendation, or we have to placing the floodlight should be the placed at the height not less than 12 meter above the pavement. Here we see as the apron and hanger lighting. The apron and hanger lighting we have to placing at the above the 12 meter of the surface of the ground, and it is not effect to the, or it is not caused to directly contact to also pilot, passenger and other. The next element of the airport lighting is the threshold lighting. Is the another most important lighting system of the airport. That is the identification of the threshold, a major factor for the decision of the pilot to land or not to land. That is, the threshold lighting is the very helpful, and this is very important as per the landing position of the aircraft, because this is the decision we have to take on the pilot, the aircraft landing or the not. And for this reason, the region near the threshold is given with special lighting treatment. That cause the near of the threshold lighting, or near of the threshold, we have to given the special lighting for the, we have to placing or arranging for the getting the correct or perfect guideline to pilot the land at the time of the landing of aircraft. At large airports, the threshold is identified by a complete line of green lights extending across the entire width of the runway. There is a very large airports, that is in the very heavy traffic volume, air traffic volume, and also at the in the international airport, the threshold it is identified to complete, we have to line of the green lights, or we have to place the green light to extending the across entire width of the runway. That it is very helpful for the pilot at the time of the landing of the aircraft. They must be of the semi-flash type, that is protruding not more than 12 centimeter above the surface. That is this type of the lighting, or this threshold lighting is must be the semi-flash type, and this protruding is not more than, we have to not place the more than 12 centimeter above the surface of the ground. That is it is not any effect to the pilot, and also we have to get the correct or perfect guideline or perfect way to the landing of the aircraft. Next, a small airports, the threshold is identified by 4 lights on each side of the threshold. They can be of elevated type, that is protruding more than 12 centimeter above the surface. The at the in the small airports, where the threshold lighting we have to placing the continuous 4 lighting for the east side or the both side of the threshold, and they also we have to elevate the protruding more than 12 centimeter over the surface of the light. The threshold lights in the direction if landing are the green and the opposite direction they are red to indicate the end of the runway. That is the threshold lighting or threshold lights we have to placing at the green light, or you have to using the direction of the landing we have to using the green light, and the opposite direction we have to using the red light for the to pilot indicator or given the indication of the pilot to the this is the end of the runway. That code is the threshold lighting is very helpful for the pilot. Here we seen that this is the threshold lighting is the totally green lighting you have to placing, and this is the red light is a show that the runway is the end, that pilot given the perfect indication. In this big airports or the we have to using the threshold light we have to propagate or elevated the below the 12 centimeter of the surface, and in the short airport or a small airport we have to using the four type or four continuous threshold light or green light we have to using for the elevated above the 12 centimeter of the surface. Next important point is or element is last point is the land and hold short lights. In the pavement, white pulsating lights installed across the runway at the hold short point. That is in the pavement or white in the pavement we have to white light we have to install, or white pulsating lights we have to install across the runway to at the hold of the short point. That is we have to installing the white light. Next, the various lights we have to use. This is the flush light. It does not protrude more than 1 centimeter, that is 1.4 inch above the pavement surface. This type of the light we have to placing the below the 1 centimeter or at up to 1 centimeter above the pavement of the surface. Second, it is the elevated light. The elevated light is protrude more than 12 centimeter above the pavement surface where it is installed. That is this type of the elevated light we have to placing or we have to installing more than 12 centimeter above the pavement surface where it is installing or placing. Next, we have seen that the overall airport lighting. It is the first element is the airport beacon, the white and green in the airport. The continuous the moving is the ramp, the black runway or black pavement is amber or the white runway lights is the amber on the white runway lights. Next is the VASI. We have to putting this VASI. The runway numbers we have to given runway numbers 6 and 27 is the runway numbers. Is the green threshold lights we have to indicate the runway is the start here. Green threshold lights we have to see in that we have to providing to guiding the pilot at the time of the landing. Next, this is the taxiway, and also the taxiway we have to the edge of the taxiway with the blue lights, the blue taxiway lights. The VASI, it is nothing but the visual approach slope indicator. Lights are either the red or white. This either the red or white. Another is the anemometer, and is the windsock. The wind we have to see we have to calculate or we have to evaluate the wind blowing direction. Is a segmented circle traffic payment pattern indicator. Is all this. this or the overall, this is the all the layout of the or overall layout of the airport lighting. In this image we have to see in the various aeroplane. You have to standing, it is the aircraft stand. This is a taxiway. The parking lot or parking for the vehicles. Terminal buildings. This airplane is the at the position of the its landing position. Its pilot you have to given, it's easily is visible to landing a or a runway, landing for the aircraft to runway. And this is the international. India has the international airports list. The most heavy traffic of the international airport is the Mumbai, Delhi, and the Bangalore and Chennai also. Is the heavy traffic of the international airport. First rank is the first number is the Mumbai, next is the Delhi, next Chennai and Bangalore. The another it is the also the international airport is available in India. The Ahmedabad, Amritsar, Lucknow, Varanasi, Guwahati, Imphal, Kolkata, Bhubaneswar, Visakhapatnam, Hyderabad, Chennai, Coimbatore, Cochin, Thiruvananthapuram, Tiruchirappalli and Mangalore. This all their international airport available in nowadays in India. Okay, now I have to declare that the airport engineering topic is clear over or completed. If any doubt related to this airport engineering topic, you can contact me anytime or WhatsApp me. Also, I request to students, if you want to the PPT, then please share your email ID and also or WhatsApp number. I can share this PPT your mail ID or WhatsApp number. In next lecture, we have to see the last topic of the airport infrastructure engineering subject is the dock and harbor. Okay, thank you so much.